Alright, so I have a 2007 Ford Escape here, and I don't normally post videos of me working on stuff like this because usually there's already a video of it out there. However, on this one I could not find a video. I could really only find one forum that had it even discussed. And so maybe there's some more out there, but from my searches I could not find anything. So I figured I'd just post a little video here. So I basically had a coolant leak that I eventually figured out that was coming down in the valley in between two banks of cylinders. I'd kind of narrowed it down. I had seen that there was kind of water dripping back on the backside of the motor, and it would kind of pull up back there. Now this is a new car, and I realized that the coolant system was very heavily neglected, so I was actually doing a coolant flush when I found that. But I ended up pulling off the throttle body here and going down and looking into here, which I'll show here in a minute a little bit better. But basically there is this little pipe that actually goes down in there like that. I actually, when I went to go pull the hose off, so this is the hose, it's like a 90-degree tube. It goes out from the water pump and into the block, and as you can see, it's pretty beat up. I did bend it when I pulled it out, but there was a huge crack, and obviously the metal had deteriorated pretty badly. There might be some difficulty in getting it out, but for me, luckily I was able to just pull right out. And this is the new piece. That part number is 2S7Z8A505-AA, and that's like straight from Ford. I couldn't find anybody who even made it, so, but it's only like a $15 part or something, even from the dealer, so it's not too bad. Do a little better look at this. So this is front of the engine, everything. There's the water pump right there, and there is the outlet and the inlet into the block. And as you can see, grab a flashlight actually real quick. So as you can see, it's pretty nasty, but there's a nice chamfered edge and everything on there, so I could tell that it needed to be actually replaced and it wasn't just cracked. Alright, yeah, so this is that piece. As you can see, if we put it down in here, just visually right now, if we put it in there, there's not really any space in there to really get a hammer on it or anything. It's kind of hard to tell right there. Yeah, you can kind of see that piece. It's pretty tucked in there, so I think we're just going to pull the intake manifold off just so that we have easy access to hit it. And while I'm at it, going to do the coil plugs anyway. Alright, and actually just for a tip, I saw online to put this in the freezer so that it can actually shrink up and it's easier to press. Alright, quick little update. We got this all cleaned up. As you can see, intake manifolds are off, both upper and lower, and that gives us clear access. The fuel rail kind of runs right in line, so we had to pull the lower intake manifolds off with the fuel rail and everything. Well, there you can see we got clear access to that. So now we can press it on. I did clean it up a little bit, and then I just used a shop vac because some of the stuff fell down into the line. Just use a shop vac to clean it all up. So you can see. Alright, so we just pulled this out of the freezer, and we're going to set it in there. Set this block of wood on it. Just kind of tap down on it. Oh, it's going in. And again, because I have that fuel rail out of here, I can hit it straight on, so I'm really square. And the block of wood is keeping it from, you know, being metal on metal contact. Alright, so I got that pounded in. It's kind of hard to see, but right here I started to deform that edge a little bit in and just started to bend in. And again, I don't know if I can show this, but it looks like it's hitting the bottom ledge. There's a teeny little bit of a edge there, so it looks like it's hitting that, but it is in there. Looks like we got some wood chunks, so I might just try and drop the shop vac down there just to suck that up. But that's installed. And if you look at it, there is a little bit of a lip in between the two sides that kind of flanges down, so there's a teeny little gap, so it doesn't look like it goes all the way down, but it's in there. Now we can just reinstall the hose that goes from here to here. Hose clamp is a little bit hard to get to, so I used a set of needle nose pliers. that helped it go in. But otherwise, that's pretty much it, other than pulling off the intake manifold, which you can find other videos on YouTube that show that process. Is pretty common because to get to the coil packs, you pretty much have to do that on the back side. So I hope that was helpful. Again, I couldn't find any videos. If you see any other helpful resources, feel free to leave them in the comments for other people as well. I will drop that form. But again, hopefully that was helpful, and hopefully that gets you out of a pickle if you realize you got the same coolant leak. So appreciate you for watching. We'll see you in the next one.